This video was requested. It's a study with me. I am always studying these days, so I thought it would be great to take you along with me. Hello, beautiful ones. I'm Jodine, the Hustling Homebody, and welcome to my channel. On my channel, I aspire to inspire you to pursue your dreams and your goals by equipping you with productivity tools, while also empowering you to create spaces that feel like home. Today's video, I will be doing a study with me. It was requested, so I will be doing that today. I'm going to take you all along with me as I study. I typically do, y'all, back at it. So I apologize in advance, y'all, if you can't hear me. I will try and speak louder over, yet again, my neighbor's lawnmower. I don't understand why he's always out when I'm trying to record, but yes. Okay. In theory, it should be an easier video because I am always studying. If you watched my original Plan My Life With Me video, you would have noticed that I typically schedule in blocks to study. Since actually starting my program, my study blocks have changed dramatically. The things that have stayed the same are that I usually study all day on Friday, and then I'll edit in the night or hang out in the night, eat out, etc. And then I'll study again all day Saturday as planned. I usually try and do at least a 6-hour chunk. So I'll do from 11 to 5. I'll do some things in the morning. So I might budget. Like this morning, I budgeted before recording this and doing studying. So I did some budget time. And now I'm going to do some study time. But I've also added some other study blocks in my schedule. I have a study block on Monday now, and I have a study block on Tuesday and Thursday nights. So I am hoping that that will work out well. I just needed to adjust to add in time and also just adjust for my own learning styles. I study better in the mornings. I'm a morning person. So the earlier I get my work done, the better it is for everyone involved. So I will be doing that today. I will take you with me. Hopefully my camera lasts that long so you can see all the things that I will be doing. I will probably try the Pomodoro method. I've tried it different ways. I've tried the 20-minute method, and I've tried 20-minute method with 5-minute blocks or 5-minute breaks. Last week I tried the 45-minute one with 15-minute breaks. I found that one to be good, except my 15-minute breaks, your girl was trying to do everything under the sun. I was over here like paying bills, washing dishes, cleaning. So I'm not sure that one works as well for me. So I'm gonna try the 15-minute, 10-minute break one in hopes that 15 minutes is a good enough chunk of work time. And then 10 minutes isn't too long of a break where I'm out of the zone or trying to do too much. So that's my hope for today. I will usually probably start my study day with creating a to-do list or goals for the days or my top priorities for the day to just help me to refocus on what today has for me and what to bring. Often it will be school-based first if it's a schoolwork day, and then I will have other tasks for the evening. I've been enjoying this task list from Happy Planner. I actually have another one that's a different color and has hourly. This one is not hourly. I'm still weighing if I like that better or not, but we will try it out. So I also last night made a tomorrow sticky note, so I knew today like what my priorities were. So I'm gonna kind of plan out my day based on that. It's 12 o'clock now, so I'll probably schedule about 6 hours of study. Okay, so that took me about 10 minutes, and to be honest, it probably could have been quicker if I had thought through some things a little bit more. But like I said, I used my sticky note, which had just some jottings for tomorrow. Last night I wrote this so that I could have an idea of what I wanted to do today to accomplish. So that's helpful for me when I have like some idea. Then I put them down on these sheets. So my goal will be to finish some of my homework from one class. I'm playing catch up in a class. In my first week of classes video, I told y'all, unfortunately, I had not been registered fully through the course site. I was taking another class at a different campus, and it was just a struggle. So I just got access today, which is literally week 4 of classes. So I've just been missing some of the readings that weren't in the books. So I'm going to be doing some articles to try and play catch up, which is frustrating, but that's okay. So my goal today will be to finish some of my preaching homework and to catch up. I usually do it class-based often. I'm still working through how I feel about that. So right now I'll do preaching today. I'll do human behavior tomorrow, and then I kind of started a little bit already with my Rethinking Diversity class. So I'll either complete Rethinking Diversity on Monday, or I will do a chunk of Rethinking Diversity, like one assignment today, one assignment tomorrow. I'm still trying to play around with that class and where I want to put things, because it has a bunch of different forms of media. Tonight I watched one of the things that we need to watch, and I listened to one of the things that we needed to watch. Listened to one of the things that we needed to listen to. So I already started that homework. So that one has a little bit more flexibility because I can do those things at night, because your girl can watch at night. But reading at night is harder for me in terms of focusing. It's just not ideal. I put down my Pomodoro system. I don't like how I wrote it. My handwriting is a little bit off, but I will show y'all what that looks like, and then we're about to get started. Okay, so this is what looks like. This is the happy planner sheet that I told you I've been trying out. It's a little rough because, oops, sorry, I'm making so much noise when I break this. It's a little rough times in the reminder section, which I actually got from someone else, like this idea that I have my to-do list, running to-do list here. But the other one actually has hours. This one's just more aesthetically pleasing. I wish they would come out one that was aesthetically pleasing and, you know. Anyhow, so this one, I like these sheets. They're double-sided. So, for example, this is from the other day. Anyways, so this is what my plans are today. My top 3 priorities. I just did them school-based today. Sometimes I'll have other ones. So that's that. Then another thing that I've been doing that's been helpful for me is writing out all my assignments. Like, y'all, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is next week's homework right here. But in terms of catching up, this is all the preaching homework that I've missed, which is super frustrating. But your girl's playing catch up right now, so we're gonna get it done. But it's been helpful for me to do a sheet like this where I can see everything and then just kind of check it off. I'm still playing around with the system. This is only the second time that I've done it, but I like having it all in one place so I know for the week how I'm doing, where everything's at, and don't get kind of tunnel vision with one class. So that's that, and we're gonna get started because it's now 12:10 and we're behind schedule, as you can see. Y'all, one thing that has been annoying me is that a lot of my assignments, they have been coming in the wrong orientation, and I cannot on my iPad rotate them. If y'all know tools that allow you to rotate your document, like rotate your PDF, please put your girl on, because it is a struggle. And every time I have to sit down and do this, I get annoyed and I don't want to do it. Like, it's ridiculous. I do not like reading like this. Maybe I should print them. Might be printing these. I just found out, you hear the printer because I'm printing, but I just found out that GoodNotes, you can rotate pages in GoodNotes, and this might mean that I will get GoodNotes even faster than I expected to. Right now I've been using Notability, and I like Notability. I'm a fan of Notability, and I just have a lot of friends who are using GoodNotes and love GoodNotes, so I'm actually probably going to expedite how quickly I move over. I was gonna wait until my next purchase thingy, wait on that, but now I'm like, I can't be doing this. So yeah, I will say that I have been using my iPad for readings, which has been a transition for me in my learning style. I'm a paper and pen person, but once I started paying out of pocket for this printing, I was like, that's all right. That's all right. I'm okay. So I'm not doing that. And it just like saves trees, more cost effective. But I am currently printing. So because I just cannot go through the process of trying to figure out how to flip this document, and I don't want to read on the screen, or to read on my computer, which is the other option. Look at the light on this side. End up hole punching these after and putting them in the little folders that I bought, which I'm glad that I bought them because part of it is for moments like this where I did need to print and I wanted to put it all together. Okay, so one of the things that I've been doing for my readings is trying to nail down my note-taking. I had some type of system when I was in college and in other grad classes I've taken, but I don't think I've taken it as seriously as I'm trying to now. So I wrote out my system because, as y'all know, your girl loves some systems. And they're even more effective when they're written out. I have two different spheres of learning, but for my social work degree, I'm reading in a particular way, and for preaching classes, I'm reading in a different way. So I just wanted to jot down how I'm doing that. So one of the things I'll be doing is pre-reading, and pre-reading is just like scanning over the document, looking at the table of contents, looking at the structure of the chapter. So I'm going to try to be practicing that even more. I did not typically do that. I would just jump right in. But for this preaching class, my professor is very good at instructing us on how to be better readers and critical thinkers. So he kind of gave us an outline of things that we should be looking for. Shout out to Kristen too, because she's helped me with thinking through some of the in general, how to read a document. My professor is thinking about theological education and how to read for theological education. But Chris has helped me because she, of course, is great. And she's helped me think about skimming in general and how to skim well and how to pre-read well. It's my goal to do some pre-reading for these articles. So I'll probably skim, see who it's by, do some of that stuff. I'll probably try and identify the 3 Ps if possible, especially for the articles. And then I will do some reading. And while I'm reading, I'm clearly looking for the argument that the person is making. I'm looking for main points. I'm looking for terms that I want to know. And yeah, things like that. And then post-reading, I'm hoping to do like a summary for my Master's of Social Work classes. One of my professors recommended after we're done reading, 1, doing an abstract. So what was this about? And 2, writing out like 4 critical questions that we have. So I'm probably going to try and take that over to my other class in my other discipline as well. So as I'm doing this homework, it's not social work homework right now, but I'll probably do the same thing. What's a quick summary of this? And on top of that, what are like critical questions that I can ask? Yeah. So I'll also probably show y'all how I do my like highlighting. I don't know. I couldn't think of the word. I was like, but it came to me when I did that action. My highlighting system, I have a highlighting system, which I realize that is not always the case for everyone. I use 3 highlighters or at least typically I've been using 3 highlighters. I'm doing some adjustment right now. I might add a color for social work classes, for studies. But so yellow is the thesis, whatever argument is being made. Orange, in my orange color, I will do main points that are building towards the argument, or just like think topical sentences, how you build a paper, how you build a paragraph. So I'm capturing that with my orange highlighter, so I can come back to that. And then pink highlighter is for terms that I want to remember, or books for further reading, or things that she's contributed to the general things I'm learning. I will say that for social work, which again, we're not doing today, I have been using blue on my iPad, and I've been using blue to identify studies that are critical. So often they'll be making a point with a study, and like their study is, I'll be reading an article about a topic, and then there's a study or a couple of studies that are very key to the points that they're making. So I've been using blue to mark those so that I feel like, this is a study, Jillian. When I go back, this is a study that's important. Or if I want to do research in that same thing, I'm like, this is a study to start from. So I like doing that. But typically when I'm doing general reading for years now, these have been my 3 go-to colors. If you ever come to my library and it's an academic book, and you pick it up, there's a high probability that you will see these 3 colors. Like, these are your girls' 3 colors. Whenever I go to a store and I see packs with just these 3 colors, I'm like, Lord, you have to do this for me, Lord, because I hate having to buy the ones that are humongous packs and then they do not have the colors that I really like. I don't be really messing with green like that. I'll be really messing with purple like that. I did use purple last night for something, but when I think about highlighters going out, it's these 3. So we're gonna get to that. And try this pen. I'm so nervous. All right. So now I'm going to go through and look at all the headings within these chapters. Okay, so I wrote down all the headings within this. Just finished going through and doing my pre-reading. I figured out what the name of the book was. So I'm reading chapters in the book. I figured out who the author was. And now I'm doing, I looked at the publisher. Well, I didn't look at the publisher, but I wrote it down. I should look it up, but time, y'all. And then I looked at the published date, which is helpful. So they say that this should be the majority of your time. Pre-reading should be the thing that you invest in because it helps you, as my professor said, it gives you the shape of a puzzle. So you should know, in doing a puzzle, you know from the box the shape, like what it should look like. So that should be helpful in knowing what it should look like. So now I'm going to go to I'm going to do some skimming for the first paragraph and the last paragraph to get a frame of what this book, or what this chapter is about. And then I'll read. So let's do that. I'm pretty much reading Mitchum, and Mitchum is talking about the prosperity gospel and the relationships between race and the prosperity gospel. So in the context of the Black church, please excuse the person outside because clearly today is everyone's cleaning up their lawn. I don't know why. Anyhow, so it's interesting because in this piece, she's talking right now about the American system of individualism, which allows, and then individualism kind of allowing a person to ignore social inequities. So it's kind of talking through that system and like how that works. But in this paragraph right now, what struck me is the fact that she's talking about like offering and how money is built into the systems that they exist, and like entrepreneurship as being highly emphasized within that context. But she said on this church envelope, y'all, it says, "We sincerely appreciate your financial support. However, the board of directors reserves the right to redirect all funds to the area of the ministry most needed." So this is on the offering thing. Like, you have a place where you can check off where it will go to. And they talking about we reserve the right to redirect your money. No, if I want to get to the children's ministry, I give my money to the children's ministry. What you doing? Giving it to the pastor. You see this? That's crazy. Crazy. Anyhow, get a little shiny, y'all. Ooh, I ain't done nothing. Okay, so I just finished reading and it was an interesting read. So I'm pretty much going to take the headings that I wrote down on my little sticky note, which is actually a hack that I got from someone else. And I'm going to put in the headings and then kind of fill in the shape of what's happening. So what I noticed from that section underneath that heading, and then do another heading, and what I noticed from that section underneath that heading, etc. So that is the plan. Y'all, sorry. I don't know if y'all know. I often look at my watch because it helps me see, like what's happening. So I'm going to do that now. And then that will be the completion of the process for that article. You'll see that I use a mixture of like underlining, highlights. That's that. I just finished writing up my notes on this piece, on these chapters that I had. I did my outline. I'm like flipping as I talk to you. I will say I was distracted, so that's one, which is kind of frustrating. Who knew doing a study with me? I keep moving the ankles and stuff, so anyways. Okay, so I am trying out a new pen today. It's the Pilot G2. Y'all saw me open it. I don't usually write in gel pens, so I think I'm adjusting to that as I write and still trying to see if I like it. Typically, when I'm taking notes, I use my trusty dusty Bic pen. Recently, though, I used the Bic Atlantis Fine, which is not to be confused with the Bic Atlantis. Two different pens, y'all. Two different pens. But I never write notes with these. This is like journaling or jotting something down quickly. I use this pen. I actually use this pen for underlining today, actually. I tried this pen out recently to see if I like note-taking in it. And it might could work. It might could work. And then before those two, I've been using these two for just regular writing. I really, really, really enjoy journaling in these two. I just have some questions about how I like my notes and the neatness of my notes right now. So I am trying out new pens. And the thing about the ballpoint pens is sometimes just so inconsistent with what they look like on paper. And that bothers me when it's like the grayish versus the dark black. That bothers me. But for journaling, these two. This is it. So these are 1.1s, 1.0. The fine ones, I tried looking it up the other day because I was like, oh, what do I like? But it's the exact fine, which is pretty good. And nope, that's the wrong one. Where did I just put the pen? Oh, I found it. Okay. So I think right now I'm going between these two. The Pilot G2 and the Bic Atlantis Fine for my note taking. Yeah, not too confused with the 1, 2, 3, 4. With the other 4 black pens I still have in my cup. Yeah, not to be confused with those. But yeah, so this is that. Homework to do. So I might go outside for a little bit while the weather's still good. I've been trying to go out and read and give myself a change of environment and the fresh air. It says it's 82 degrees outside, so it should be fine. I'll probably change my location for the rest of the day, and then if anything, come back in and do some more work. But that's that for this video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this short study with me. I know that there are longer videos that are study with me, but I figured I'd start at least with a short one, show y'all a little bit how I work, the space that I work in, how I start out my day, the pens that I'm using, my highlighting system, note-taking things that I'm still working through. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And until next time, make sure you like this video, press that subscribe button, share it with your friends, put your friends on, and of course, stay tuned for my next video. All right, y'all. Bye.